Well, good morning. I trust you're doing well today. So I have a question for you. The question simply is your heart free? That's right. Is your heart free? If you're a follower of Christ, you'll know that in Galatians, Paul says that it is for freedom that Christ set us free, and that we are free indeed. But are we? Are we really free? Are we free from the hurts and the pains and the trials and the things that have happened in our lives that, well, we've forgotten about, or at least we've stuffed in a corner, in a dark corner, and hope nothing allows them to be brought back up? There's a realization that people who have been institutionalized will come out of the institution, carrying on the institutional-like behavior that they learned in the institution. Well, life is the same. We learn things, and we learn things to cope. We learn things to deal with life, the disappointments, the hurts, the memories, all of those things. And we learn ways of perhaps suppressing them or stuffing them off into a corner, hopefully not to be brought up again. But the reality is that our hearts aren't often well. They're hurt. And they're not free because we're still subject to the behavior that we've learned in order to cope and compensate for things. I know that's true because it's been true in my life, and it's surprising to me how many times I've had to look at things and wondered, where did that come from? Only to find out later that it's something in my heart that I've never dealt with. It's something that's a bruise, a hurt, a wound that's there and has been there forever, or seems like forever. I wonder, do we trust? Well, one of the reasons we don't trust is because we've been hurt, because we've had situations come up. And the idea is that, well, freedom doesn't come easy sometimes for all of us. Sometimes we need to go back into our lives and into the recesses of our hearts and look at things and deal with them, maybe perhaps even for the first time. And the reality of the freedom that Christ brings us is true, but whether or not we walk in that freedom is another story. And so my challenge today simply is to take some time and to, well, just reflect about your heart. Reflect about things that might be going on that you've not dealt with in the past. Things that Christ wants to deal with today. I know it's not always easy, but it's helpful. And freedom does come at a cost. Are you willing to take that step into real freedom? Think about that today, would you? Until next time, God bless.